Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. Born Floyd Joy Sinclair, February 24, 1977, is an American former professional boxer who competed from 1996 to 2015, and currently works as a boxing promoter. Widely considered to be one of the greatest boxers of all time, undefeated as a professional, and a 5-division world champion, Mayweather won 15 world titles and the lineal championship in 4 different weight classes, twice at welterweight. As an amateur, he won the bronze medal in the featherweight division at the 1996 Olympics. Mayweather is a 2-time winner of the Ring magazine's Fighter of the Year award 1998 and 2007, a 3-time winner of the Boxing Writers Association of America BWAA Fighter of the Year award 2007, 2013, and 2015, and a 6-time winner of the Best Fighter Despite Award 2007 to 2010, 2012 to 2014. In 2016, Mayweather was ranked by ESPN as the greatest boxer, pound for pound, of the last 25 years. For in the same year, he peaked as BoxRec's #1 fighter of all time, pound for pound, as well as the greatest welterweight of all time. Many sporting news and boxing websites ranked Mayweather as the best boxer in the world, pound for pound, twice in a span of 10 years, including The Ring, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, BoxRec, Fox Sports, and Yahoo Sports. He is also regarded as the best defensive boxer in the sport, as well as being the most accurate puncher since the existence of CompuBox, having the highest plus-minus ratio in recorded boxing history. He finished his career with a record of 26 wins without a loss or draw in world title fights, 10 by KO, 23 wins, 9 KOs in lineal title fights, 24 wins, 7 KOs against former or current world titleists, 12 wins, 3 KOs against former or current lineal champions, and 2 wins, 1 KO against International Boxing Hall of Fame inductees. In addition to his accomplishments in the ring, Mayweather is well known for being one of the most lucrative pay-per-view PPV attractions of all time, in any sport. He topped the Forbes and Sports Illustrated lists of the 50 highest paid athletes of 2012 and 2013 respectively, and the Forbes list again in both 2014 and 2015, listing him as the highest paid athlete in the world. In 2007, he founded Mayweather Promotions, his own boxing promotional firm, after defecting from Bob Arum's Top Rank. Mayweather has generated approximately $19.5 million in PPV buys and $1.3 billion in revenue throughout his career, surpassing the likes of former top PPV attractions including Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, Oscar De La Hoya, and Manny Pacquiao. Mayweather was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, on February 24, 1977, into a family of boxers. His father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., was a former welterweight contender who fought Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard. His uncles Jeff Mayweather and Roger Mayweather were professional boxers, with Roger, Floyd's former trainer, winning 2 world championships, fought Hall of Famers Julio Cesar Chavez, Pernell Whitaker, and Kostya Tszyu. Mayweather was born with his mother's last name, but his last name would change to Mayweather shortly thereafter. Mayweather attended Ottawa Hills High School before he dropped out. Boxing has been a part of Mayweather's life since his childhood, and he never seriously considered any other profession. "I think my grandmother saw my potential first," Mayweather said. "When I was young, I told her I think I should get a job. She said, 'No, just keep boxing.' When I was about 8 or 9, I lived in New Jersey with my mother, and we were 7 deep in one bedroom, and sometimes we didn't have electricity," Mayweather said. "When people see what I have now, they have no idea of where I came from and how I didn't have anything growing up." It was not uncommon for young Mayweather to come home from school and find used heroin needles in his front yard. His mother was addicted to drugs, and he had an aunt who died from AIDS because of her drug use. "People don't know the hell I've been through," he says. The most time that his father spent with him was taking him to the gym to train and work on his boxing, according to Mayweather. "I don't remember him ever taking me anywhere or doing anything that a father would do with a son, going to the park or to the movies or to get ice cream," he says. "I always thought that he liked his daughter Floyd's older sister better than he liked me because she never got whippings and I got whippings all the time." Mayweather's father contends that Floyd is not telling the truth about their early relationship. "Even though his daddy did sell drugs, I didn't deprive my son," the elder Mayweather says. "The drugs I sold, he was a part of it. He had plenty of food. He had the best clothes and I gave him money. He didn't want for anything. Anybody in Grand Rapids can tell you that I took care of my kids." Floyd Sr. says he did all of his hustling at night and spent his days with his son, taking him to the gym and training him to be a boxer. "If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be where he is today," he maintains. "I basically raised myself," Mayweather says. "My grandmother did what she could. When she got mad at me, I'd go to my mom's house. My life was ups and downs." His father says he knows how much pain his incarceration caused his son, but insists he did the best he could. "I sent him to live with his grandmother," he says. "It wasn't like I left him with strangers." In the absence of his father, boxing became an outlet for Mayweather. As the elder Mayweather served his time, his son, with speed and an uncanny sense, put all his energies into boxing and dropped out of high school. "I knew that I was going to have to try to take care of my mom, and I made the decision that school wasn't that important at the time and I was going to have to box to earn a living," Mayweather says. Amateur career. Mayweather had an amateur record of 84-8 and won National Golden Gloves Championships in 1993 at 106 pounds, 1994 at 114 pounds, and 1996 at 125 pounds. He was nicknamed Pretty Boy by his amateur teammates because he had relatively few scars, the result of the defensive techniques that his father and uncle Roger Mayweather had taught him. In his orthodox defensive stance, Mayweather often utilizes the shoulder roll, an old-school boxing technique in which the right hand is held normally or slightly higher than normal. The left hand is down around the midsection and the lead shoulder is raised high on the cheek in order to cover the chin and block punches. The right hand, as in the orthodox stance, is used as it normally would be, to block punches coming from the other side, such as left hooks. From this stance, Mayweather blocks, slips and deflects most of his opponent's punches even when cornered by twisting left and right to the rhythm of their punches. 1996 Olympics. At the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta, Mayweather won the bronze medal by reaching the semi-finals of the featherweight 57 kg division. In the opening round, Mayweather led 10-1 on points over McGregor of Kazakhstan, before winning when the fight was stopped. In the second round, Mayweather outpointed HydroGro of Armenia 16-3. In the quarterfinals, the 19-year-old Mayweather narrowly defeated 22-year-old Lorenzo Aragon of Cuba in an all-action bout to win 12-11, becoming the first U.S. boxer to defeat the Cuban in 20 years. The last time this occurred was the 1976 Summer Olympics, when the U.S. Olympic boxing team captured 5 gold medals. Among the recipients was Sugar Ray Leonard. In his semi-final bout against the eventual silver medalist Seraphim Todorov of Bulgaria, Mayweather lost by a controversial decision similar to Roy Jones Jr.'s highly controversial decision loss to Park-a-Side Hunt at the 1988 Summer Olympics. Referee Happe Shauman of Egypt mistakenly raised Mayweather's hand thinking he had won while the decision was announced, giving the bout to the Bulgarian. The U.S. team filed a protest over the Mayweather bout, claiming the judges were intimidated by Bulgaria's Emil Jetcho, head of the boxing officials, into favoring the Bulgarian Todorov by a 10-9 decision in the 125-pound semi-final bout. 3 of Jetcho's countrymen were in gold medal bouts. Judge Bill Wakerlo, one of the 4 U.S. judges working the games for the International Amateur Boxing Federation, resigned as Olympic Games and Federation judge after Mayweather lost the decision, which was loudly booed by the crowd at the Alexander Memorial Coliseum. "I refuse to be part of an organization that continues to conduct its officiating in this manner," Wakerlo wrote in his letter of resignation to Federation President Anwar Chowdhury. In the official protest, U.S. team manager Gerald Smith said Mayweather landed punches that were not counted, while Todorov was awarded points without landing the punch. 38 The judging was totally incompetent, Wakerlo said. The judges failed to impose a mandatory 2-point deduction against Todorov after he was warned 5 times by the referee for slapping. "Everybody knows Floyd Mayweather is the gold medal favorite at 57 kilograms," Mayweather said afterward. "In America, it's known as 125 pounds. You know, and I know I wasn't getting hit. They say he's the world champion. Now you all know who the real world champion is." During his ongoing tour of Eastern Europe, former 5-division world champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. 49-0. 26 sat down with reporters in Moscow to discuss his potential fight with UFC superstar Conor McGregor. After months of taunting each other, Mayweather announced last week that he's officially unretired and then dared McGregor to sign the contract for a boxing match in June. "At the moment no papers have been signed, but I hope that the fight will take place in June. I would like to give the people a show with the world of MMA against the world of boxing," said Mayweather, who retired back in September 2015 after beating Henry Berto. As previously reported, Mayweather, 40 years old, has officially opened up the boxing gym, the TMT Boxing Academy in Chukovka, Russia. Mayweather also stopped off in Chechnya in order to familiarize himself with the region. the conditions for boxers. Mayweather wants to bring high-level American trainers to Eastern Europe to train fighters from different cities and regions. Some of my best friends live in Moscow, in the capital of Russia. I decided to come to Chechnya. I know that there are well fighters and wanted to see the conditions in which they train. Frankly, I am surprised by the conditions created in Chechnya for boxing, and how things are getting done, Mayweather said. Of course, the technology used in training differs slightly from the US, but in general there are all of the necessary conditions for the success of the boxers, and I am delighted. I did not expect to see similar training conditions like we have in the United States. Of course, for the future we're planning to come back, and we plan to bring the best American trainers in boxing and the best coaches from the Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC. I think it will help to ensure that Chechen men are able to get an even higher level of training.